They bulldozed my first home while I was on my honeymoon, so I bulldozed the one approval their entire highway project depended on. We bought that house 2 months after getting married. 5 years of saving. A small place on Riverside Drive. We closed 2 weeks before the wedding. We left thinking we were coming back to a beginning. We came back to nothing. I remember thinking we had the wrong street. The house wasn't there. Just an open patch of dirt, raw and uneven, like something had been ripped out of the ground. Our neighbor was standing outside, eyes red, hands shaking. "They came with machines," she said. "State contractors. They said it was scheduled. No notice, no warning, no letter, no chance to take anything out. Everything we owned, gone. Wedding gifts, clothes, documents, photos. That velvet box with the ring inside, buried under debris that had already been hauled away. At the site, a temporary board was nailed into the ground. Demolition completed under state order. I stared at the number printed on the notice. 2897 Riverside Drive. Our house was 2879. One wrong number. That was all it took to erase 5 years of work and the first chapter of our life together. At the office, they called it an error. Clerical. Contractor mistake. They offered compensation based on assessed value, $95,000. We had paid $240,000 just 2 months ago. They said they weren't responsible for personal belongings, that homeowners are expected to clear out properties before demolition. Clear out, as if we had been invited, as if we had known. That night, I sat with the documents they gave us. Apologies printed in polite language, numbers that didn't come close to what we had lost. And then I noticed something. The demolition wasn't random. It was part of a highway expansion project cutting through Riverside. Multiple properties, multiple permits. And one of those permits, the environmental clearance, had a condition. All listed properties had to be verified and vacated before demolition. Verified, vacated, 2 words that didn't match what happened to us, because no one had verified our address. No one had warned us, which meant one thing. Their project wasn't just careless, it was non-compliant. The next morning, I filed a formal objection. Not about compensation, about legality. I submitted photographs, purchased documents, address proof, dates that didn't line up with their approvals. Stamped, signed, undeniable. Within a week, a suspension notice was issued. Immediate halt on all demolition and construction activities tied to the project. Machines stopped mid-work. Excavators frozen in place like they'd been caught doing something they shouldn't. Workers sent home. Deadlines missed. Investors started calling. Every day the project stayed frozen. It cost them more than my house ever had, all because of a number they didn't bother to check. 2 weeks later, they came to us. Not with clipboards this time, with lawyers and urgency. They apologized properly. No rehearsed tone, no corporate distance. They offered full compensation, market value, personal property, additional damages. They offered to rebuild the house. Same design, same location, faster approvals, priority handling. I let them finish. Then I gave them my terms. Full payment. Every rupee of what we lost, not what they calculated. Reconstruction of our home, exactly as it was meant to be. And a legally binding requirement. Independent verification of every single property before any future demolition continues. They agreed. If you love this revenge story, hit that like button, subscribe.